Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Gervonta Davis' opponent explains why he is so dangerous in the ring. Having scored 27 knockouts in his 29 professional wins to date, Gervonta Davis rightly has a reputation as one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing, particularly amongst those competing in the lower weights. And one of the men unfortunate enough to have been stopped by Davis has explained just what makes entering the ring with the Baltimore star such a treacherous prospect. Barrios gave Tank one of his toughest tests back in 2021, lasting almost 11 full rounds with the three-way world-class champion before being brutally stopped at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. And in a recent interview, Barrios revealed that what makes Davis' punches so dangerous is that they are often tough to see coming. He, Davis, can crack. They always say the most dangerous punchers are the ones you don't see, and I think that's one of Tank's biggest advantages. He hits you with the shots that you don't even see coming. I think that's one of the things that make him so dangerous. He was so quick in closing the distance and the range, so it was so hard to see the punches coming, and that's what made them so dangerous. Davis' reputation as one of the most fearsome punchers in the sport was cemented this year when he landed knockout victories in his fight against Hector Luis Garcia and Ryan Garcia. His momentum was circulated somewhat by being sentenced to jail time for a hit-and-run case dating back to 2020. However, now a three-man and reportedly back in the gym, Davis is expected to return to the ring in early 2024. Shakur Stevenson on Tank Davis. Who am I to throw an offer to the biggest star in boxing? Southpaw eyes Shakur Stevenson firmly believes that only way he will ever get a fight with Gervonta Davis is if Davis initiates the interest. Stevenson, the 2-division titleist and the current lightweight contender from Newark, New Jersey, said in a recent interview that the fight he wants the most is one involving Baltimore's native. But Stevenson, 26, also made it clear that he is not in a position to call the shots or even propose such a fight, given Davis' vastly superior commercial profile. Stevenson and Davis, moreover, are backed by rival business entities. Stevenson is promoted by Top Rank, while Davis is advised by Al Heyman of Premier Boxing Champions. Davis, 28, is arguably the biggest American boxing draw in the sport, outside of Canelo Alvarez. The Baltimore native has exclusively headlined pay-per-view cards for the last several years. Davis' last fight, a 7th-round stoppage of Ryan Garcia, was his commercially biggest one to date. Honestly, number one fight for me is Tank. Stevenson said, "Me and Tank is the best fight. You can name 50 other fighters, but there is one fight that truthfully needs to happen in boxing." I don't know, Stevenson said when asked why that particular fight has not been made. "I can tell you I'm not Tank. At the end of the day, I'm a real fighter. I'ma tell you the truth. I'm not Tank. He is the big star. He is the pay-per-view star. I can't throw no offers to Tank. Who am I to throw an offer to the biggest star in boxing? What am I going to offer him? It doesn't make sense. That would have to be one day apart on their team to want to do that. I want to do that. I would love that fight. I think that's the best fight in boxing. If we speak skill-wise. He is not gonna tell you all that because however he be thinking the way that he think. But me, truthfully, I think that's the best fight in boxing, and I want to prove to the world who I truly am." Stevenson is reportedly set to take on Dominican contender Edwin de los Santos for the vacant WBC 135-pound title November 16. In Las Vegas. Stevenson was originally headed into a showdown with Frank Martin, but Martin, after agreeing to a deal, pulled out of the fight at the 11th hour. Martin has not given a rationale for his abrupt decision. Davis was recently released from a Baltimore jail after serving 44 days due to a violation of the terms of his house arrest. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.